On April 7, 2026, President Donald Trump announced a 14-day ceasefire between the United States and Iran. The deal was contingent on one specific demand: the complete, immediate, and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. For a brief moment, the threat of a catastrophic regional war appeared to pause. Global markets rallied and oil prices began to retreat as the world anticipated a diplomatic breakthrough. That sense of relief lasted less than 24 hours. Less than a day later, Israel launched Operation Eternal Darkness, dropping munitions on 100 targets across Lebanon in a 10-minute blitz. This escalation exposed a critical gap in expectations. The U.S. and Israel approached Lebanon as a separate, isolated skirmish, while Tehran viewed the ceasefire as a regional package deal covering all its allied fronts. This mismatch in strategy meant the diplomatic off-ramp to peace collapsed before the initial 14-day period could even begin. The scheduled peace talks in Islamabad are now effectively dead on arrival. The two sides are negotiating from entirely incompatible positions. Washington's 15-point plan, on the left, demands new nuclear constraints and free maritime security. Iran's 10-point counterproposal calls for the exact opposite: total U.S. withdrawal and war reparations. Most aggressively, Iran demands a transit toll for the Strait of Hormuz, $2 million per ship. These proposals represent a direct collision between two mutually exclusive visions for who controls the power structure of the Middle East. As the Lebanon strikes continued, Iran and its regional allies moved from a cautious ceasefire posture back to maximum military readiness. The IRGC quickly escalated, shooting down an advanced Hermes 900 drone, declaring their naval and aerospace forces had their hands on the trigger. This shift was immediately echoed in Yemen. The Ansarallah movement issued a harsh ultimatum, signaling they were ready to move from warnings to direct military intervention. Ansarallah specified clear thresholds for action. They will intervene if any new regional alliances are formed with the U.S. and Israel, or if the economic siege of Yemen is tightened. By attempting to enforce a localized truce with Tehran, the U.S. inadvertently synchronized and activated the entire regional network of Iranian-backed militias. This dual-axis chart tracks the resulting financial whiplash. In the hours following the ceasefire announcement, the Dow surged 1,300 points, while oil prices saw a rapid 16% drop. But those gains reversed as the reality of the Lebanon strikes and failed diplomacy set in. Markets began pricing the conflict back in, and oil prices regained most of their losses. The primary driver of this economic panic remains the Strait of Hormuz. Despite the truce, Iran has maintained its chokehold on the waterway, refusing to allow tankers to exit the Persian Gulf. The IRGC Navy issued direct radio warnings to commercial vessels, stating that any ship attempting to transit without their explicit permission would be destroyed. With the world's most vital maritime choke point caught in this regional deadlock, the geopolitical risk premium remains a central fixture in global markets. The rapid collapse of the truce indicates that a bilateral ceasefire cannot easily survive in an interconnected, multi-front war. Strategically, it is difficult to successfully pause a conflict in Tehran while continuing to drop bombs in Beirut. With diplomatic backchannels freezing, regional militias on high alert, and a global oil choke point held hostage, is this the final failed off-ramp before total regional war? For more analysis on the conflicts shifting the global economy, subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching.
For comprehensive geopolitical updates, subscribe to Updatoscope.